came to think of Sarah as my little sister, who I love very much, but frustrates the heck out of me. To the point where when we were paired as a romantic couple, I was worried about that because I'm like, oh my God, I'm kissing my sister. And so I spent a long time trying to fall in love with her in that way that you do when you're paired with somebody. Not really fall in love, but find something in them that you find lovable. And I couldn't get over this feeling that she was my sister. There's a lot that's lovable about her, but it's always in this box in my mind. And then I showed up to set one day, and we're filming this episode where Buffy just came back from heaven. She got ripped back down to essentially hell. She's got this sister she's got to take care of. She's now a mom, basically. And she's working in this chicken burger thing. She's got this ridiculous hat on, and she's not whining. Buffy is still perky, and she's at the drive-thru trying to do the job well, and she can't really do it very well, but she's trying. And I just thought, that's it. Sarah can remain my little sister, but it's Buffy that I'm in love with. And that's why. It's because she won't give up. And I was looking at her with this grin on my face. And I'm just looking at her like this, and I'm so happy that I find my answer. And she goes, what? It's the hat, huh? People have been making fun of me all day with this hat. You too? I didn't expect it from you. And I never told her what it really was about. And I fell in love with her in that moment. Yeah.
Oh.
She handled it with such grace and style, and I remember thinking, and I was in my
my 20s at the time going, I couldn't do that. I mean, I wasn't that together. I didn't have the grace that she had or the balls that she had. And I just remember being so impressed with her professionalism, and yet she was only 19 or 18. I mean, you know, it's like beyond her years. Yeah, but then you would have these conversations with her, and you realize that she was only, you would think at one point, you know, she was like 28, and then the next thing you know, you're thinking, oh God, no, she's actually 18. So she was just always such an interesting person. So I hold her in great respect. Hello. First of all, I want to say thank you for being here with us today. Second, I'm horrified that only 20 people were going to be in here. I'm so scared. Thank you for being here. Of course, there was never a doubt that that would ever happen. All right, so second of all, I was wondering if any of you have heard from Joss about possibly appearing on Dollhouse? No. Whether or not what kind of character would you be interested in playing if you could pick your own character? Don't know the show.
I would love to be the lead. But he hasn't called.
I don't know anything about it.
It's cool, man. It's like you get to play a different character every week. It's like you're like this special agent spy guy, and they erase your mind after every mission. That's right. And so then they convince you that you're this other person, so you actually get to play completely radically different characters every week. I think that would be great.
I bugged Eliza about it. I would love to be on it. So, although I saw one episode that really freaked me out so much, it was the one where the guy started hunting her. Yeah, I can't watch it after that. Okay, that was a sick, twisted episode. It really affected me. Seriously, it's like really dark. I mean, it's bizarre. It's out there. Well, I mean, you already have a job. Jester's a lovable serial killer. He doesn't hunt women in the woods with a rifle. But no, I bug Eliza about it all the time, so it would be great. It'd be a great opportunity. I never got to work with Eliza on the show.